So, like I said, we want to talk about percentages. Okay, can you hear me, Abraham?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to speak up when I. So when they say percentage, what do they mean? They're saying that a portion of 100. Is that clear?
Yes.
Percentage means a portion of 100. Okay,
Okay.
so 1% means 1 out of 100. 2% means 2 out of 100. 3% means what?
Two out of 100.
Good. So if I say 20%, what does it mean?
20 over 100.
Good. 20 over 100, which is the same as 2 over 10 or 1 over 5. So, and what does this really mean? It really means that, um, like example, if I say find 10% of $60, $60. I'm going to say in math, when you see off means times. Off means what?
Times
So when I say 10%, 10% means 10 over what? 100.
100.
Then off means what?
Times.
Times. Then $60. Exactly.
Yes.
So we can do the math here. 0 cancel 0. 0 from the top can cancel 0 from the bottom. Another 0 from the top can cancel the other 0 from the bottom. So what do we have at the top? Only 1 and 6. That is 1 times 6. That is 6, right?
Yes.
So divided by 1, which is the same as $6. So that means 10% of $60 is $6. Okay.
Okay.
And that is just like 1/10 of $60. I mean, not just like that is exactly 1/10 because 10% is 10 over 100, and this is simply 1 over 10. If you use 1 0 to cancel 1 0, that's 1/10 that remain. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if you have, if you spend, or let's say a boy spent 50% of his pocket money, how much has he spent
Sweet.
if he has $60 remaining? If he has $60 left, how much has he spent? Now, this question is asking you to find how much the student has spent if there is still. So that means if he spent 50%, 50% spent, then we can conclude and say 50% remaining. Okay, okay,
Okay.
because 50 plus 50 is 100. Is that clear?
Yes.
Let's assume he has spent 1%. Then you will have 99% remaining. But if he has spent 100%, you will have nothing remaining. Okay?
Okay.
100% mean the whole thing. So 50% mean half. Okay?
Okay.
So if he has spent half of his money and he still have um $60, so he has already spent $60 because what he has spent is equal to what he has left. Okay?
Okay.
So we can say since what he spent is equal to what remain, then he has spent $60. He has spent 50% means half. If I give you four bananas, if you eat half, it will remain half, yes or no?
Yes.
That means if you eat 50%, it will remain 50%. So if you eat two, it will remain two. If I give you 10 apples, if you eat five, how many will it remain? If I give you 10 apples, if you eat five, how many will it remain?
5.
Five. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now there could be straightforward questions that they can give you. For example, find 30% of 1000. All you just need to do is say 30 over 100, that's many of 30%. Then times 1000 because of means times. Then here there are lots of zeros that can cancel themselves. Two zeros at the bottom can cancel two zeros at the top, remaining only two zeros there. So nothing is at the bottom again because it's only one. So we have 100 here. So 100 times 3 is what?
300.
Speak up.
300.
Good. 100 times 3 is 300. So that means 30% of 1000 is what?
300.
Good. And we can proceed and say, let's look at other kinds of examples. Maybe number 4. They can twist it and say, what percent of 80 is 20? If they ask a question like this, since you know that percent means over 100 and you don't even know this, so you're looking for something, you can represent it with any letter. P percent, okay, of 80 equal to 20. So P times 80 is 80p. Then divided by what? 100 equal to 20. This place, since there is a zero here, you can divide a zero here. You can never divide this zero with this one. No, because they are not on the same side of the equation. Okay?
Okay.
But the one that are on the same side of the equation, on the left side, this on the right side, the one on the left side, you can cut it down. So you have 8p over 10 equal to 20 because you removed one zero from top and bottom. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now you can still cut it down, but so that you are left with something simpler. What number can divide both 8 and 10? That's 2. 2 here is what? 4. How many 2 is here? 5. Is that clear?
Yes.
So 4p is left at the top, 5 is left at the bottom, equal to 20. Then what you do next is to cross multiply. Is to do what?
Cross multiply.
Just put over 1 here. 20 over 1 is still 20. Okay?
Okay.
So you multiply 1 by 4p and multiply 5 by 20. So 4p times 1 is 4p. What is 5 times 20? Or what is 20 times 5?
100.
100. So what you have left here? is you have 4p equal to 100. Then let us divide both sides by 4 so that we can get our p. Okay? Whenever you encounter something like this, you divide by the number beside the letter. Exactly.
Okay. Yes.
So um, 4 cancels 4. Then p is remaining. So what is 100 divided by 4?
25.
25. So that means 25% of 80 is 20. Let's check it. Find 25% of what? 80.
80.
You know, 25% means 25 over 100, then times what? 80.
80.
So, because they are on the same side, you can cut 1 0 here. Then you have 25 times 8 over 10. So, let us see. 5 here, 2. 5 here, what?
5.
5. We can still cut it down. 2 here, 1. 2 here, 4. So, any number at the top, what is left at the top? 5 and what? 4. What's 5 times 4? 20.
20.
Divided by 1, which is still 20. So that means we are correct. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's go to this kind of example that is at the top here. It says what problem on percentage? An alloy contains 26% of copper. What quantity of the alloy is required to get 260 grams of copper? That is, we don't know the total mass of the something. So what 26% of what will give me 260? That's what the question is saying. Okay.
Okay.
26% of what will give me 260? Now that means 26% of something, okay,
Okay.
give me 260. So I represent the something with m. So here 26 times m gives me 26m, okay,
Okay.
and that's over 100 equals to 260 grams. Then I can cross multiply, okay. This is over 1. So this 1 multiply this and this 100 multiply. So 1 times 26 is 26, okay,
Okay.
and 100 times 260 is 260 times 100. So I can divide both sides by 26. So if I divide this side by 26 and I divide this side by 26, 26 will cancel 26 here, okay? Remaining only m. Then 26 will remain at the bottom here. So I can cut it by 26 since there is 260 at the top. How many 26 is here? That's 1. How many 26 here? That's 1. But there's a 0 here, that's 10. So 10 times 100 is what? 1,000. That means we're saying 26% of 1,000 is 260. Okay.
Okay.
Now the next question. This one says there are 50 students in a class. If 14 are absent on a particular day, find the number of students in the class. Now, if 14% are absent, the total number of students is always 100%. And if something happened, uh, you subtract from 100 exactly. So if
Yes.
100% are present, that means zero student is absent. Okay.
Okay.
So if 14% are absent, it means you remove from 100, you get 86% that are present. Okay. Exactly.
Yes.
And 86% is more than 14%. So that means more people are present. Okay.
Okay.
In the class. So number of students that are present will now be 86% of the total. The total is 50. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So 86% of 50 means 86 over 100 times 50. And you can cut 1 0, or yeah, you cut 1 0 here, 1 0 at the bottom, or I did something here. Let me check it again. Okay, I use 50. 50 here, 1. Okay.
Okay.
And 1500 is 2. Then I use 2. 2A1, 2 in 8, 6 is 43. So it's only 43 that remain. 43 times 1 is 43. So that means 43 students are present. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to look at another question, which is uh, these are the set questions. This is like a classwork. Now, if we are to solve this, let me see. So the first one says, in a basket of apples, 12% of them are rotten and 66 are in good condition. Take note, 12% are rotten, 66 pieces are in good condition, not 66%, okay?
Okay.
So if 12%, for that number one, if 12% rotten, how many percent, what percent is the ones that are good? Just take 12 away from 100. What is 100 minus 12? That is 88, right?
Yes.
Because 100 minus 10 is 90, minus 2, that's 88. So 88% are good, okay?
Okay.
If 88% are good, what is, uh, and those that are good are 66, according to the question, 66 apples, okay?
Okay.
It says you find the total number of apples. So that means we can use this information here to find the total number of apples. So we say 88% of the total equals 66, okay? 88% of total equal to what? 66 apples.
66.
So we need to find the total. 88 times t is 88t over 100 equal to 66. So we can cross multiply again, okay?
Okay.
1 times 88t and 100 times 66. So 88t times 1, that is 88t. Then 66 times 100, that is 66 times 100, okay?
Okay.
So what is the number beside the t? That's 88. So we divide both sides by what? 88.
88.
Now let's cut it down. This divide this. We have only t, which is total we're looking for. What number can divide 66 and 88? That's 11. 11 here, 8. 11 here, 6, okay?
Okay.
Then you can still cut it down and say 2 here, 4. 2 here, 3, okay?
Okay.
Then we can still cut it down with 4. 4 here, 1. 4 here, 25. So at the bottom, no number remains, only 1. Then at the top, we have 3 times 25. What is 25 times 3?
75.
75 apples in all, okay?
Okay.
That's the total apples. So out of the 75, we have 66 that are good, okay?
Okay.
So can you find the number that are bad? If you remove 66 from 75, 15 minus 6 is 9, and 6 minus 6 is 9. So 9 apples are bad, okay?
Okay.
75 apples total, 66 apples good, 9 apples what? Bad. And that's 12%. So 12% of 75 is 9, okay? Let's check it. 12% of 75. This simply means 12 over 100 times 75. So we can cut it down and say 25 here, 3, 25 here, 4, okay? Then we can say 4 here, 1, 4 here, 3. So we have 3 times 2, which is what? 9.
Mm.
And to this second question, they say in an examination, 300 students appeared. Out of this, 28% got first, maybe grade A, 54% got uh, grade B, the remaining just passed. So how many students just passed? Now, you need to find the percentage that is missing. 300 is 100%, okay? Is that clear? Is that clear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
300 means the total number of them, that's the 100%, okay?
Okay.
Mhm. So we now have 28 plus 54. Take it away from 100. So the percentage that just passed, will be what? 100% minus the 28
Okay.
and 54. So let's add 28 and 54. Yeah, 28, 54. This is 12. This is 7. This is 82%. Okay.
Okay.
So 100 minus 82%. And that will give us what? 12%. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not 12%. It's 18%. Because 100 minus. So that's 18%. Exactly.
Yes.
Good. So we're finding 18% of the total number. Those are the people that just passed. So this is going to give us um, 18%. That's 18 over 100, okay? Times 300. So let's see. How many 100 is here? 1. How many 100 is here? 3. Okay.
Okay.
So what is 18 times 3? That is 54. How many 54 students just passed? Okay.
Okay.
54 students. And to the last question. The last question says that, hold on, let me ask this boy if he's through with the work. Are you through with the work?
Nearly.
Okay, you're
Nearly.
almost through. Once you're through, you send it to me. Once you finish, you send it to me, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so, this third one, let's move it to the bottom and try to attend to it. Let's see. In a class, 60% of students are girls. What percent are boys? They didn't ask us for that, but I'm just asking. So, if 60% are girls, okay?
Okay.
So, what percent are boys? What remains to make 100?
40.
40. 40% are what?
Boys.
Boys, according to the question. So if the total number of students is 30, what is the number of boys? That means we're finding 40% of 30, okay?
Okay.
Boys are 40% of the total, which is 40 over 100 times 30. There are two zeros at the top. 1, 2. Translate two zeros at the bottom. So we have 4 times 3. That's 12 boys. They didn't ask us for the number of girls, but we can find it and say girls will be what? Total minus boys. And that'll be 18 girls. Okay?
Okay.
18 girls. Alright, so let me ask the boy to send me his work so that I can look at mean. You already know that when you're given some set of numbers to find the mean, like five numbers, you add up the five numbers and divide by five. But this time around, you've been given um, alphabets, to represent numbers. So let's take this first one to the bottom page and try to attend to it separately. If the mean of the five observations is 16, find the value of x. So just the same procedure. You have five observations, the first one plus the second one plus the third one plus the fourth one and plus the last one. So these are all of the observations. One, two, three, four,
I
and
got
five.
x plus 12.
Okay, yeah, the last one is x plus 12. Okay, so these are the observations.
Mm.
One, two, three, four, 5, right?
Yes.
So you have to add up all of them and divide by 5 because there are 5 observations in order to get 16. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. So how many x's can you see at the top? Add up all of the x's together. How many x's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay?
5.
5x.
Okay.
Then 4 plus 6, that's 10. 8 plus 12, that's 20. That's 30 over 5. Okay?
Okay.
That will give us the 16, which was the main 16. So here now, to find our x is the goal. We want to know the value of x, but say find the value of x. This is over 1, then you cross multiply. 1 times 5x plus 30 is 5x plus 30. And 5 times 16 is 80. Am I correct? Am I
How?
correct? Is 5 times 16 80? Yeah, 10 times 5 is
Yes.
50 and 6 times 5 is 30. So 50 plus 30, that's 80, okay?
Okay.
So we have 5x equal to 80 minus 30 because this doesn't have x, this doesn't have x. You collect them to one side. This is positive. When it goes out, becomes negative, okay?
Okay.
That's why you have negative. So 5x equal to, what is 80 minus 30? It's 50. So what do you think x
50.
should be?
10.
X should be what?
10.
10, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at the second solution before you'll be allowed to write anything down. Then I'm going to give you some to try. This one is a little bit technical, but it's going to be the same. The mean of 40 numbers was found to be 38. Okay, if I want to get a mean of 40 numbers, mean will be sum of the 40 numbers. I call it S40, sum of the 40 numbers over 40 to give us 38. Okay,
Okay.
so let's find that sum first. Cross multiply. 1 times the sum, that is sum of the 40, equal to 40 times 38. So we will look at 40 times 38. Is that clear?
Yes.
And 40 times 38 gives 1520. So that means when the numbers were added together, we got 1520. It was detected that a number 56 was misread as 36 in this sum, okay?
Okay.
So that means the sum is supposed to be greater than this, okay?
Okay.
Because a number that was 56 was calculated as 36. So find the correct mean of the given numbers. So what are we supposed to do now? We're supposed to add the remaining value to make 56, okay?
Okay.
So it remains 56 minus 36, which is 20, to be added to the sum, okay? So
Oh,
new sum now will be 1520 plus what? 20.
that's
Is that clear?
yes.
That will be 1540. So how can we get our mean now? The new mean or the correct mean is going to be 1540 divided by 40, okay?
Okay.
So I can say, let's try to use a calculator to divide 1, that's plus 20 first, plus 20, give me 1540, then divided by 40 because there are 40 numbers. So this gives me 38.5,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Is it clear to you now?
Yes.
Okay, explain the first one to me if it's truly clear to you.
So you add the five observations together
Observations,
and
yeah.
divide it by five.
Okay.
The mean should give you 16.
So how
So
did I
there are
get
five.
5x?
uh,
There are 5x's there.
There are five x's there.
And you cross
Then
multiply, right?
then 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 12 is 30. Then
Okay.
divided by 5 and 16 over 1 and cross multiply.
Okay.
And 5x plus 30 equals 80 because
Okay.
5 times 16 is, oh my gosh, wait, one second. Where's my
Okay, you
pen
want,
gone?
yeah, 5 times 16, so
Yeah, I'm checking.
okay, you want to check it. Just say 5 times 10,
It's,
that's 50, and 5 times 6, that's 30.
it's, it's 80. Then
Okay.
5x plus 30 equals to 80. You bring the 30
To the other
over to
side, you
8,
call it like times
negative.
negative.
Making it negative. Then you then you subtract it, which is 5x equals to 50, and you divide it by 4. X is 10.
Divide by 5, not 5, 4.
Divided by 5, x is 10.
So what about the second one? Can you explain what actually happened in the question? Not even the solution now. What happened in the question?
So, um, the mean of 40 numbers, they found the mean, but then they found out that one of the numbers
Was
had
incorrect.
less than the correct number.
Yeah, so
So
we
the mean
have to
was
now
correct.
get another mean. Okay, no problem. Write down the solutions. Then I'm gonna give you what to try. Okay.
Okay.